Do you dread chore time with your children to the point where you would rather just do it yourself? I'm Crystal Borgeson, and welcome to the Busy Boss Mama. I'm sister to Stephanie Mitchell. Do you struggle so much? Today is a day, like a chore day, like a dedicated chore day for us. Where we do a little bit more. We change the sheets and everybody has to vacuum their room and we all have to polish the furniture and that thing. And it's been years and years that I have fought with the chore thing. I have 6 kids. I can't do it all by myself. It's impossible to keep up with everybody's chores. So everybody has to kick in. But I still have this idea in mind that I should be able to tell the kids, go do this, and then they do it, and I come back and it's done. Whether it's done, well or not, but it'll be done. That a lot of times isn't reality. I've looked at those. For a lot of years, I looked at those lists on Pinterest or you see on social media. Oh, my 5-year-old should do this and all these. Yes, they are capable of doing that. But the biggest problem is they don't do it by themselves, and that list does not tell you that. So one of the biggest things I have learned as a mother of 6 is, yes, the kids do chores and they need to do their chores, but I have to be there for the bulk of the chores most of the time, especially for the younger ones. Yes, they can take the garbage out, but they need help. I have to pull the bag out. I have to get it out of the can. I'm going to have to pull the bag out of the cupboard, even though they're perfectly capable of that. But like the little kids, you have to help them. And I think that's where a lot of the frustration for us moms comes in, is we have shown them 500 times, why can't we tell the 7-year-old to go and empty the dishwasher and get the thing emptied properly right away? They don't. Unfortunately, they don't generally just go over there and do it. A second, I tell my 7-year-old empty the dishwasher, he slinks past the kitchen and right out the back door, and I have to catch him, and I have to be in the same room. So first tip, when you tell a child to do something, you must be prepared to be in the same room. You have to be in the same room. If you have very little kids, and you know your own kids, so don't, like those chores by age thing, I think it's a great general thing, but you need to be prepared emotionally. They can do it, but you need to be there. And that doesn't necessarily mean that's going to be something that your kid is capable of. And most little kids, anybody 10 and below, they are not doing it on their own. It seems like they should be able to, but they don't. They do get a little bit more independent, but you can't just say, holler down the stairs from your bedroom and say, hey, I want the kitchen cleaned. Can you guys clean the kitchen? Get your chores done, and then take your shower and come back and expect them to be finished. That's not happening. They've all ran off and played. But if you plan on going in, and like I have to tell my 7-year-old, empty the dishwasher. That's his job. I need to be around. I don't have to do it with him anymore. With the 4-year-old, I have him empty the silverware, and I do need to be there for that. I don't have him empty the sharp knives because he'll carry them around. But I do have to be there, and I point out and help the 4-year-old put the stuff in the drawer. And a lot of times, especially at nighttime, I'm really struggling not to cry because I just want to send them to bed and do everything by myself because it'll be so much faster. But then they'll never learn. And I finally have gotten some of the older ones that I can say, go and do this, and they do it. It's still not fantastic, but they'll do it. And it's only because I've spent time training them. You have to spend so much time training them, and it's not like a 10 times thing, it's a million times thing. So adjust your expectations and don't look at those little lists and say, oh yes, now I can say, go set the table. You're 5, take out the trash, my 6-year-old, because that's what those little lists say. 6-year-old should be able to do this. And yes, they are capable of doing it, but you need to be there, and they will get distracted by everything on the way. The little toy that they want to play with, their little sister who walks by, any of it. So you're going to want to start with doing it with your kids and plan on doing that for a long time. And then as they get older, I can tell my 10-year-old now, to go and do stuff, and he generally does it. But like the 7-year-old and even my 9-year-old, if I am not in the room and watching her, before I know it, we're painting and there's a game out or they're completely gone. So make sure that you're in the general vicinity as they're getting older and you've trained them on stuff. My 7-year-old, he empties the dishwasher, but I have to kind of go behind and check and then have him readjust. And if if I recognize he's being really lazy, I generally deal out a punishment. Like, I'll pull all the stuff out of the cabinet that he's working on, and I'll tell him, okay, now you need to put it back so that you practice putting it back right. And that actually has helped. He only has had to do that once or twice, but he still puts stuff away in a very perfunctory manner. So those are some tips. And one of the things, it is so energy draining to have to do this. I know. And you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to do this forever. Well, you do have to do it for way longer than you expect. And it is torture. And because it's torture, you need to have enough energy and you have to have a good amount of focus and you have to be in a good mood. And so that requires you really focusing on yourself and your own habits and your own metabolism. You need to focus on your own health. And we have another challenge coming up soon, I believe. If you want more details about it, make sure you click the link below and come check us out or get on our list so we can let you know when and what's going on with the next challenge and anything else we have going on here at the Busy Boss Mama, because we all got something going on. Well, have a great night.